What is going on, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Equinox Cars. And I am finally back. I'm so sorry, you guys. I've been really busy lately, just with life in general, getting things figured out. And yeah, I'm still moving soon, so I'm getting ready for my big move. And I have some great news for you guys. Just 2 more weeks from today, mark my words, I will be picking up my new car. My new car for the channel, my new project, whatever you want to call it. So now we can officially start shopping. All right. So first thing I want to look at is BMW E36s. All right. This is a very nice E36, but it does have 200,000 miles on it. It's a 5-speed manual, which is awesome. Runs and drives. Awesome. Looks like an interesting choice. Maybe I'll find something with a little bit less miles on it. I think an E36 would be awesome for the channel. I do like the convertible ones like this one. I know it's not everybody's favorite, and I think the BMW convertibles are kind of ugly, but at the same time, who doesn't love driving around with the top down? If you guys know what I mean. So yeah, that's a pretty good option. I've been actually looking at this one for about a week now. It is the E36 118i, so it's just a 4-cylinder. It is an automatic transmission, but the condition on these pictures looks pretty immaculate. And all I would really have to do is like suspension, coilovers, wheels, and probably just a welded differential, and I could be swinging this thing around with the top down and make some good content for you guys. Not the best option for drifting, being an automatic, but it's definitely an option. Now keep in mind, guys, this is going to be a project. I don't want to buy something like outrageously expensive. This is a 7 Series. That'd be cool, but not really what I'm looking for. Alright, enough of this European stuff. Let's look at some JDM stuff. So Miatas in my area are really expensive. This is like the cheapest you're gonna get, around $5,000, and it still is not in the best condition. A good condition one in my area, you're looking at about $7,000 to $8,000, which is kind of ridiculous, considering that a couple years ago, these things were like $1,500 to $3,000. If this wasn't $8,000, this FD right here, then I would 100% pick it up. It just needs paint, it looks like. It does have a lot of miles on it, so that does scare me. It probably needs a rebuild soon, but it is a manual transmission. And it's actually kind of close to where I live too, so yeah. I'm kind of disappointed that it's $8,000. I'm not really looking to spend that much money on a project, but like I said, if it was cheaper, maybe like $5,000, then I would probably pick it up, because that's probably how much it's worth, or probably even less than that. I've also been looking at 3000 GTs. There's not a lot of these in my area either. This is a VR4. I was looking at the SLs. I just like them because they look cool. They are front wheel drive, but they do look really nice. Let's continue on. Same thing with the 240s. It's impossible to find one under $5,000. Cheapest one I saw was like $7,000, and that was a couple weeks ago. I just don't see myself paying a lot of money for something that's broken down. A couple JDM Legends on our way down the list here. Very out of our price range, but one day we'll get there. One day we'll be there, and hopefully the channel will be big by then. Alright, let's update the search here. Let's check out some Volkswagens. we're gonna look at some GTI Volkswagens. Starting out pretty strong. What is this one? It may be a Jetta. No, that is not a GTI. Oh, maybe it is. I did not know they made it in a sedan, to be honest with you guys. I thought it was always just a hatchback. Oh, I guess I won't be buying that one. Let's see here. Low mileage 2001. I believe that's a Mark IV, maybe a Mark V. Oh, it's definitely a Mark IV, I think. Manual transmission, aftermarket steering wheel. Got the full mod list. And he wants $6K for it. I mean, it's not terrible because it's built, I guess. I'm not going to go through the whole post. We're just going to keep scrolling. Here's a regular Golf. You know, I might actually pick up a Golf if it is turbocharged. I probably would not get the V6, to be honest. Just because I would want to tune it, of course. This one's pretty clean. I mean, yeah, not bad at all. Past emissions, which is good because I live in Colorado and kind of have to have that. 4,500 seems like a pretty good deal to me. And again, guys, I'm not really looking for something fast per se. I'm more looking for something, you know, sporty and something I can, preferably a coupe or a hatchback, maybe even, but something I can, you know, either take drifting, take out to the mountains, and just have a good time with it. It doesn't have to be super fast, just something to have fun driving around in. All right. So nothing too crazy here. Quite a few Volkswagens. All right, let's continue on. So let's take a look at the Toyota Celicas. Again, these cars should go for super cheap. Like, here's a really clean example. It's a 1990 Celica, manual transmission, 159,000 miles. This one does look relatively clean. It is front wheel drive, which is a bummer, but other than that, I think a Celica would be a great choice for like a little fun project, like track car type deal. Like, depending on what I get, you know, I might throw a turbo on it, or I might not. I might just, you know, if I get the BMW, I'd probably just make it a drift car. If I got a Celica, I probably wouldn't turbocharge it, but if something already had a turbo on it, then maybe I would put a bigger one on there. You know, if I got like a, I don't know, a Saab or something weird like that, or a Volkswagen, then maybe. Yeah, there's not too much on there. Alright, so now the next car I want to look at is actually the, let's see, how about the, sorry guys, I'm just trying to think really hard. It's hard when you have so many options, but to get a clean example of any car, it's going to cost you a lot more money. But that's with anything in life. I did not mean to type 300 GT, but I think you guys know where I'm going with this. We're going to look at other 3000 GTs, the SL models. This one's been on here a long time too. I've been watching it. It's a manual transmission. I think it needs just a couple sensors changed, which as long as it's not rusted, I wouldn't mind. It's just a V6. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but like I said before, they look really good. And yeah, it would just be a fun little car to zip around in. Okay, this car is really interesting now that it popped up. The Lancer OZ Rally Editions. They look like they would be fast and cool like an Evo pretty much, but it's really not. I think most of these are front wheel drive, if I'm not mistaken, and they don't make that much power. But something like that, I think it would be cool to build up. If it was all wheel drive, I would probably get it and throw a turbo on it, and then it would pretty much be an Evo, which would be kind of sick. And again, I don't know if it has the same transmission or the same engine in it, so. But yeah, just like everything else, Evos are really expensive right now. Alright, now moving on to the next thing. And this will probably be the last one of the video. Let's take a look at Mustang GTs. I'm not the biggest fan of muscle cars, but if I was gonna buy one, I'd probably go with the Mustang, just because they have a lot of parts that you can find relatively easily. There's a 2003 GT with a manual transmission. Got the miles on it, of course, because it's old. Probably needs a little bit of work. But, yeah. Continuing down, here's another one I was looking at. It's a 98 GT. This would be a fun project to maybe throw a supercharger on. It is a V8, but it's not the one, you know, the newer one. It's the 4.8 liter V8. Scrolling down, we got a couple V6s around the $5,000 range. Here's a 2006, but it does have 200,000 miles on it for $5,000. It looks pretty clean on the exterior, and it's just a V6, which is fine. I mean, you know, a V6 Mustang would be fun. I mean, I don't know if I'd buy one, but for $5,000, manual transmission, rear wheel drive, you can't really beat it, even if it is a V6. You can throw a turbo in there and it would make some decent power. Continuing on. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'll keep you guys posted more often now. I'm not really sure what I'm going to get just yet, but let me know down in the comments below, out of these options that I showed you guys, which one you guys think I should get. And, you know, depending on what you guys decide, or what I decide mainly, of course, because it's going to be my project, but I want your guys' input, and that'll determine like what route I take the vehicle in. You know, some of them that already have a turbo on them, I could just tune the crap out of it and make it fast in a straight line. The Mustang's fast in a straight line. You know, the Celica or the BMW, that could be good for tailgate cars, which is really mainly what I'm looking to get into. Or like, I'm just looking for a pretty decent track car is what I'm pretty much saying. Like, you know, something I can have fun with in the turns. Straight line speed I'm not really interested in yet, or that much. I don't want to be the slowest car ever, because here pretty soon me and my coworkers are actually going to start driving together. One of my best friend coworkers, he's actually going to buy a brand new Miata, so that's going to be cool to mess around with, and I'll definitely shoot videos with that, especially when we take it to the track or up in the mountains. And then my other coworker is getting an Audi S4, and he's going to tune it, so it's going to be really nice. So yeah, in the next month, about a month or so, I should be pumping out videos of us going on adventures and stuff like that. But the most important thing is that I pick up my project, whether it's this or one of the other ones that I had mentioned to you guys. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for rambling. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below, and let me know what car I should get and what content you want to see next. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Equinox Cars. Peace.